Mhm. 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda. Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda. Janaki, welcome. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Uh, Krishna Gauranga Nityananda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda. Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi. How you doing, Janaki, over there in California? Get your backup camera yet? Cable or whatever it was. Mm. Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari. Mhm. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, 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 Hari Hari. Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Rama, Hari Hari. Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari. Hare Rama, Rama, Hari Hari. Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari. Hare Rama, Rama, Hari Hari. Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari. Hare Rama, Rama, Hari Hari. Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari. Hare Rama, Rama, Hari Hari. Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari. Hare Rama, Rama, Hari Hari. Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari. Hare Rama, Rama, Hari Hari. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari. Hare Rama, Rama, Hari Hari. Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari. Hare Rama, Rama, Hari Hari. Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari. Hare Rama, Rama, Hari Hari. Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari. Krishna, Hari Hari. Krishna. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari Hari Nityananda 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 Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gora Bhakta Vrinda Sri Krishna Chaitanya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda 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 Sri Krishna Chaitanya Confidential reasons for the appearance of the Lord. Verse number 40. Verse number 39. Thus, with two intentions, the Lord appeared with his devotees and tasted the nectar of praying with the congregational chanting of the holy name. Thus he spread kirtan even amongst the untouchables. He wove a wreath of the holy name and prema, with which he garlanded the entire material world. Thus he spread kirtan even among the untouchables. He wove a wreath of the holy name and prema, with which he garlanded the entire material world. Say, Divare, by that, O Chandal, even among the Chandalas, the lower classes. Kirtana, the chanting of the holy name, Sanchare, he infuses Nam of the holy names, praying, and of love of God. Mala, a garland, Ganti, stringing together. Parya, Haryana, he put it on. Samsare, 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 the whole material world. In this way, assuming the sentiment of a devotee, he preached devotional service while practicing it himself. Four kinds of devotees are receptacles of the four kinds of mellows in love of God, namely servitude, friendship, parental affection, conjugal love. Each kind of devotee feels that his sentiment is the most excellent, and thus in that mood he tastes great happiness with Lord Krishna. Each kind of devotee feels that his sentiment is most excellent, and thus in that mood he tastes great happiness with Lord Krishna. But if we compare the sentiments in an impartial mood, we find that the conjugal sentiment is superior to all others in sweetness. Increasing love is experienced in various tastes, one above the other. But that love which has the highest taste in the gradual succession of desire manifests itself in the form of conjugal love. Therefore I call it the Madhurya Ras. Therefore I call it the Madhurya Ras. It has two further divisions, namely wedded and wedded. Her pure, mature love surpasses that of all others. Her love is the cause of Lord Krishna's tasting the sweetness of the conjugal relationship. Therefore, Lord Gauranga, who is Sri Hari himself, accepted the sentiments of Radha and thus fulfilled his own desires. Lord Chaitanya is the shelter of the demigods, the goal of the Upanishads, and the be-all and end-all of all the great sages, the beautiful shelter of his devotees, and the essence of love of the lotus-eyed gopis. Will he again be the object of my vision? Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Sri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Sri Krishna. Sri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Oh. Sri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Gaura Chandra, Gaura Chandra, Nityananda, 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 Nityananda. Nityananda, 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 Gora, 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 Krishna, 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 Gora, 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 Krishna, 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 Radha, Radha, Radha. Krishna, 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 Radha, 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 Radha. Radha, 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 Krishna, 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 Radha, Radha, Krishna, Radha, Radhe, 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 Radha, 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 Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Krishna, 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 Krishna. Krishna, 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 Radha, 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 Krishna, 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 Radha, Radha. Radha Krishna, 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 Krishna. Radha, Radha Krishna. Hmm. Krishna, Krishna. Ah. Living beings in this world are forced to experience, 10th canto, uh, canto 10, chapter 24, worshiping Govardhan Hill. Text number 15. Living beings in this world are forced to experience the consequences of their own particular previous work. Since Lord Indra cannot in any way change the destiny of human beings, which is born of their own nature, why should people worship him? This is a very interesting point. Hmm. Living beings in the material world are forced to experience the consequences of their own particular previous work. Since Lord Indra cannot in any way change the destiny of human beings. See, Lord Indra is a demigod. So he can't change the destiny of any living beings because all living beings are forced, we're all forced to experience the consequences of our own particular previous worth. See, particular to each of us, individual, how we acted in this world previously. So we have to experience the reactions. So this is very deep, actually. There's a lot of different consequences here, or different angles of vision here. Okay? I'm going to repeat it. So it looks like Lolita just came. So living, this is 10th canto, uh, chapter 24, text number 16. Living beings in the world are forced to experience the consequences of their own particular previous work. Since Lord Indra cannot change any way change the destiny of human beings, which is born of their own nature, why should people worship him? So yeah. So why should people worship any gurus in this world? Eh, why should you worship any of these particular gurus in ISKCON or Gaudiya Samiti or any guru, any teacher? If they can't change the course of the destiny that you're doing because of your karma, so what is the point of worshiping them? See, so Krishna was speaking logically. See, they were worshiping Indra inconclusively. They're thinking, well, let's worship Indra because we're supposed to worship the demigods. You know, it's a ecclesiastical thing. Just like you have gurus in India, family gurus. Well, let's worship a family guru because we're supposed to do that. Oh, let's go and take an ISKCON guru because we're supposed to do that in order to worship Krishna. Can any of those persons change the course of our destiny, of our actions and reactions to previous work? Yeah. Are they as good as Indra? Indra can't do it. Well, why can these gurus do it? Is there any guru who can do it? Change the course of people's destiny. Ah, the bona fide guru. The one, it's like when Jesus, good analogy of this is when they raised Jesus through the roof. I was in the movie, you could see that this guy was all crippled up. He crippled up. And the guy said, "Can you heal me?" And Jesus said, "Yes, I can heal you." And the people said, "Oh no, the was it the Pharisees?" They said, "What is this? Only God can do this." And all the people thought that too. Only God can change your destiny like this and heal you like that's changing a person's destiny. Changing their body, changing their body. And so Jesus healed him, and the guy was crippled. See, crippled up, and then he was straightened out. So what does that really mean? See, people think, oh, it's a physical body, so you straighten the guy, crippled guy out straight. So what? What's the big deal? Hey there, Amy. Yeah, actually, everybody is crippled. Everybody's cripple-minded. Yeah, we're crippled in our thinking. We're crippled because of our karma. We're weak because of our previous activities. Who can change that? Well, a son of God, like Jesus. Yeah, he was crippled in life. Exactly like Amy says. Okay. A son of God can change that. And that's what Jesus said. Oh, you don't believe the Son of God can do that? Yeah, yeah. If you're a real son of God, you can change people's destiny. Yeah. Anybody who comes to you, they may tolerate some actions or reactions, but it'll be less, a lot less. Okay? A lot less. And they will get devotion, which makes you not cripple-minded, it makes you intelligent. You get intelligence because of devotion and this love for God. Makes you strong spiritually. See? It straightens you out. Only the one with the transcendental power. Yeah, exactly. They can change your destiny. So it's not. People need to hear this. It's like this. Krishna preached to his followers, his Vrindavan residents, this deep truth. But this applies now. Can these gurus change your destiny? Are they as good as Indra? They got to be better than Indra. They got to be empowered by the transcendental potency. See? Then they change your destiny. Then your karma is dissolved by their association because you get Bhakti Lata Bij, and then you can start to experience the rays that emanate from that devotee that destroys your karmic reactions. See? And to the point of you can also chant like Guru chants in ecstasy and devotion and attachment to the transcendental Lord. Oh, I think your destiny has been changed, hasn't it? Okay. So that's the bona fide spiritual master. That's the real associates of Lord Chaitanya. They have the power to do that. No one else. If you're not a real associate of Lord Chaitanya, you cannot change the destiny of others. So why even worship them? This is a false path, a false idea. Those are false people. Those are false persons. See, inside they're ordinary, and then they put on an extraordinary face. See, that's not congruent. Inside they're actually ordinary, internally ordinary. See, and they pretenders. See, pretenders, pretentious. See these words, pretender, pretentious. Imitation. They imitate somebody who within has that power of like a Jesus had that power. Like the followers of Lord Chaitanya had that power. To change the course of people's destiny, destroy their karma by their association. Yeah. Otherwise, what are you worshiping these people for? I was in the Narayan Raj group for a year and a half. I didn't see any changes in anybody. No, they were still who they were, still had pride, lots of it, increasing, a lot of them. Yeah, rules, regulations, ceremonies. They couldn't get above that. Their guru could not destroy their karma. They could not chant holy names with prema, with devotion. It was all like rules, regulations, and ceremonial worship. You should ask yourself, is your course of your destiny being changed here? Because if you don't have a real guru and you're sincerely hearing and following the path and becoming dedicated and because of your heart is becoming dedicated to what's being done here, then you should experience some changes in your mind, in your emotions, in your temple. Your mind should get more straight and more clear. Your emotions should be rectified and harmonious and transcendentalized, where you start to feel transcendental feelings for Krishna, for the name. That's basically, if you can't chant the holy names of God with some attachment, well, you're not really, you're not making much progress. If you don't hear or chant these mantras of Lord Chaitanya, this is mercy. You may not be able to chant Hare Krishna with a lot of ecstasy, but can you chant Lord Chaitanya's pastimes, where you feel this relationship for God growing and this attachment to these pastimes and to these names? You starting to feel part of the family of God here? Are you starting to feel part of this family? Amy says, the answer is yes. The course of my life has drastically changed from this preaching arranged Sunday. Yeah, very good. Each people should ask that. Yeah, are you feeling part of this family? Like some people, it happens a lot. You can see, okay, thanks for the awakening. They're going. Yeah, thanks. One lady, a recent lady. Oh yeah, thanks for all you did in Krishna consciousness. Then goes on her way. And blocks everybody. I don't know. I'm not feeling great about that. Yeah. Thanks for all you did in Krishna. I'll see you later. Oh yeah, you're really part of the family. You're really understanding things. That's the Mayavadi level. That person is caught up in the impersonalism. See? You don't feel. This is the test here. You don't like what's going on here. You don't feel part of this family. Hey, there you go, man. That's what you really are. You're an aparad. See what's happening within. Most people don't know. If you don't feel, attraction, if you've been here for 2-3 years and your attraction is broken for the family here, where you block him, you block everybody here, and you're not dedicated to this path and these devotees and this guru. You're not part of this family. See, this is what's inside. It's called your Mayavadi inside. You think you're as good as guru. As good as God, as good as guru. Doesn't matter what you say. This is how you act. You don't feel part of this family. All you can do is cause problems for this family. Hey, you got to get over that. I'm a fisher of men. I'll catch you back. Hopefully, yeah. Yeah. So that's how it works. you know we're talking a lot about this lately, about what's inside has to be brought outside. And so sometimes, in us, we're going through changes and we got stuff in there that has to come out. We have to be with that. That causes things to move. Your inner feelings of things, your truth. Doesn't mean it's the truth. It's your truth, your particular truth, my particular truth, my internal truth. Okay? So how does that apply to Krishna consciousness, man? You, you is the absolute truth. Where is it taking shelter? Like this morning, we're talking about Madhavendra Puri. That he was a shelter what was he was the abode, he was a storehouse of this ecstatic devotion. It was stored in him. It wasn't stored anywhere else. You couldn't go to any other guru or other teacher there unless they were a storehouse for that, unless they were an intimate associate of the Lord, unless they could chant the holy names with great ecstatic bhakti and bliss. You had to go to that storehouse to get that treasure of bhakti, that prema. That's where it's available. Ramananda Roy said, if this spontaneous devotion is available somewhere, you should fly there. You should go there. See? Lord Chaitanya is very merciful. We go where people are at here. You can pick it up by the camera here too. You know, you see the devotees chant with ecstasy, you'll feel that emanation. Goes over like Wi-Fi. Saying a high five, Wi-Fi. I am a fisherman. I'll catch your back. Hopefully, I'll give it a go. Okay, good. You know who I'm talking about. Yeah, you know, a lot of these people go. They don't know what they're doing, but so give them a chance. That's what's happening. See, aparad means without affection. See, in other words, if you don't really feel affectionate for this group and everything, well, that's contamination. That means you haven't associated enough with these devotees. You're associating too much with mundane people. Okay? So that's called aparad. Your aparad means without affection. So this here is the test. You have affection for these devotees here. Okay? So this is interesting. So purport. Lord Krishna's argument here is not a negation of free will. If one accepts the existence, wait a second, is this? There should be a little bit on. What is this? Oh no, chapter 24. No, I'm not gonna. That's in the purport by somebody else other than Prabhupada. Yeah. So translation, next verse. Every individual is under the control of his own conditioned nature, and thus he must follow that nature. This entire universe with the demigods and demons and human beings is based on the conditioned nature of the living entities. Isn't that interesting? It's kind of like what we're dealing with lately here. See, the entire universe with all its demigods, demons, and human beings is based on the conditioned nature of the living beings. Now, we have a divine interrupt here because now we're contacting the spiritual nature. See, we get the helper. Isn't that nice? The demigods that are not awakened, and demons that are not awakened, and human beings that are not awakened, they don't have the helper unless they're awakened. See, unless they're actually saved. We have the helper. So he helps us out even with conditioning. We can surpass more or less, and mostly more, our own conditioning. I see it with my own eyes, people going beyond it because of the help of the helper. From within and without. You know, the spiritual master should be the external manifestation of that helper too, because they're somewhat mature in that relationship with the helper, they mature in this relationship with Krishna and love for Krishna. Yeah, so with the help, this is the wild card. See, this is the aces. It's how we ace this. You want to ace Krishna consciousness? Well, you got to have a wild card. Well, the wild card is Lord Chaitanya. The wild card is a wild devotee. You got a wild devotee in your life? Well, they're probably associate of Lord Chaitanya. This bhakti is very wild. It's wild, man. It's uncommon, it's different, it's unique, it's not vitae. it's, it's spontaneous love of God. It makes it very wild, very beautiful, very different. My problem is that I may be running out of time unless Guru can alter the course of my destiny. Huh. Yeah, well, yeah, let's see. Ray Davies, where are you? Have you been coming here regularly, Ray? Yeah, how do you feel about this Sangha here? Yeah. How do you feel about the process being taught here? Are you into it? Are you committed to it? Hmm. We got the wild card, winning the river, winning the river. The river is the last opportunity. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's interesting. The helper, you see the demons and the demigods and human beings, unless they're awakened with this rare confidential truth of this spirit of devotion, this love for the transcendental Lord, because that Lord, we will not know that Lord, that transcendental nature without this devotion. Ray has been here a while. He had a heart attack when you came to Europe. Oh, wow. He's a cool guy. Oh, really? Wow. I've been coming here over 2 years. Okay, wow. Yeah. Can you come on live here? Can you if I give you a link, can you come on live? Is that possible? Hmm. Hmm. The argument could be sublime if Svabhav or conditioned nature were all powerful, but unfortunately it is not. There is a supreme controller, and we must worship him as Lord Krishna. Will emphatically reveal in this chapter. For now, however, he is content to tease his relatives. Yeah, so we should worship the supreme controller. Yeah, anybody wants to come on can. Yeah, we need to worship the supreme controller and the empowered devotee. That's why ultimately, if you're hearing from a real devotee and you're getting purified and you're in that association, you should be more and more attracted to Guru and actually develop love for Guru and Krishna. Because if you just as a natural development. Not only that, but love for the devotees. Yes, put me on the screen. Okay, there we go. We got the link there. So I need your help, Amy. Are you open to it? I need some assistance. And whoever else wants to come on, please do. Hmm. Yeah, this is it. Because, next verse. Because it is karma that causes the condition. Anybody can come on if they want. It'd be nice. Because it is karma that causes the conditioned living entity to accept and then give up different high and low grade material bodies, this karma is his enemy, friend, and neutral witness. His enemy, friend, and neutral witness, his spiritual master and controlling Lord. Hmm. Purport. Even the demigods are bound by the limited and limited by the laws of karma. Oh, okay. This low-grade material body, this karma is his enemy, his friend, and neutral witness, his spiritual master and controlling Lord. Yeah. Yeah, I don't. Andromeda was having some trouble coming on, so I don't know if she can do it there. Um, Still don't see anybody here yet. Can somebody put the link up again, because maybe people don't see it. What link is that? Let's see. Studio. That should be the right one. Okay. Yeah. This karma is his enemy, friend, and neutral witness. Uh-huh. Karma. Yeah. So even the demigod purport, even the demigods are bound by limited by the laws of karma. That Indra himself is subordinate to the laws of karma, as explicitly stated. Mhm. In the Brahma Samhita. The Supreme Lord Govinda awards all creatures the appropriate results of their work. This is true for the mighty Indra, the Lord of the material heavens, as it is for the germ called Indragopa. The demigods cannot award benefits to anyone independently, as stated by Lord Krishna in the Gita Maya passage. All benefits are ultimately issued by the Lord himself. Yeah, you see, the demigods cannot award benefits to anyone independently. They have to be empowered by the Lord. But what is their empowerment? Like Brahma creates the material universe. That's his empowerment. That's what he's here to do. He can give you material benefits. See, you can get material benefits from him. Govinda, I've got Govinda here. Okay, there's Govinda. Who else? Yeah. See, so that's why the devotee cannot give the what are you talking about here? Oh, benefits. If you have a spiritual master, you cannot get the benefits of bhakti independently. You have to have a bona fide spiritual master where they're empowered to give it to you. I mean, that's otherwise, how are you going to get that benefit? That's why you see people in Vaishnavism, they're not even clear of the end goal. Not, I can't say everybody, but most or many are not clear about what is the end goal. Love of Krishna, life's ultimate goal. They're not really that clear about it. Yeah. But boy, you would get clear about it here because you see people acting in that relationship. See, acting in that relationship. It's not a head trip. There, you actually see them relating to God very intimately, what it looks like, how it shows up practically. You could see even almost see the bliss and the ecstasy. Yeah. So, what do you think, Govinda? Give us a word.
Yeah, I want to see the others. I was wondering where my home girl is, and Ray, my nice friend there. Um, yeah, I'm kind of longing for the interaction of devotees seeing them live. I think Pani talks about that, and he's right. It's the interaction and not this sort of. We have this facility, we can use it and interact. If you know, no, just got to learn a few things, isn't it, to come on and get on live and interact. Otherwise, it's like sending a letter back in the day of Prabhupada. It would take, what, 2 weeks or something. We got this instant facility, and I do encourage devotees to come up. I'd like to hear somebody else sharing apart from me, but this path is effective. You know, I'm one of many witness testimonies here.
Yeah. You know, if you guys can't come on, most of you here, can you at least share like what you're feeling inside, why you don't come on? Can you share that? Be like, let's I mean, get some kind of participation, you know, like, can you share why you don't feel like I'm pressing, I can't get on. Oh, maybe the link is not right. Is the link
Often what you have to do is
okay.
go into the sites. Sometimes the link in the live class here now doesn't always activate.
You go into what now?
If you go into the A team or the sites 888 or Gorahari Angels, those sites where there's a actual restream thing.
Yeah. Did
The
they put
advertisement,
something? Is something up there now?
I'm not quite sure.
You can always find it when you go above, but the problem is for me, I cannot control and copy. I cannot copy it. It's not
Yeah.
working with my computer. It's not taking it because
Okay.
of those two letters. Otherwise, I would give it to people in their messenger.
Mm-hmm. Ah,
Right, my home
there
girl.
we go. Yeah.
There's my home girl. Yo, yeah, right.
The link works just fine. They just have to click on it. So
Yeah.
I was just taking a minute to get myself situated, you know.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Maybe they need to give a minute to get themselves like camera ready, you know. Not that I'm like
Yeah.
camera ready. Yeah, just click on the link. I mean, it works easily for me. I just click on it, but then you have to exit out the screen that, like, for me on my laptop, I have to exit out the screen that I was on watching, because once I click on the on the link, that's the screen I'm going to use now. Like, because if I have the other one going, there's going to be like a double background noise that might confuse people on the internet. Like, so if you have multiple screens open on your like if you're on a laptop, much easier. If you're on your phone, I know it can be a lot more confusing to come on this live stream.
Yeah.
Phone does
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
work the same way the laptop does. Much
Yeah.
easier for me on the laptop to just see everything becomes more available. I know on your
Mhm.
phone it can be hard. I'm really grateful that I have this laptop to use, because that's the reason I'm able to. Sorry.
That's good. That's
For
awesome.
me, it
Yeah.
doesn't
Yeah.
work. Fun.
Yeah. Yeah. So, what do you think of this lecture here, Amy?
I think of the same thing I'm always thinking. I love it. I love everything you guys do. I love you guys so much. Like, this is, it's almost overwhelming. Like, the love I have for this group. I'm sorry, my voice right now. Oh,
Right.
there he is.
You
Give
made
us a
it
word,
there.
Ray. Oh, he's
Hello.
in the hospital still. Okay, give us a word, Ray.
Yeah, good to see you all. It's the first time I've managed to get onto the link. It's nice to see you.
Oh, great
I've
to hear you,
just-
man. Nice to see
yeah,
you. Nice to
good to see you, Govinda.
So,
I'm a little bit kind of, but like, you know, I've had some bad news this morning, but it's really good to be on the live link and engaging with you all. And it's the first time I've managed to do it. Yeah, I had a seizure and felt like my brain liquidated into my arm, and I don't know, I can't explain it, but like, I'm in hospital now, so I'm doing okay. You know, I'm trying to engage. Ah, yeah, I'm just waiting for some painkiller.
Uh-huh. Yeah. So
I'm trying to get
yeah,
my best glasses.
Yeah, you're in the hospital now? Is that where you are?
Yeah, I'm in Good Hope in Sutton Coldfield in North Birmingham.
Oh,
I'm normally a bit more settled than this,
yeah.
you know. But I've had a rough night.
Oh, yeah.
I've
Yeah.
kind of been through the mill a
Ray,
little bit.
oh, yeah. Ray,
No,
can I ask you, did you take the that COVID injection?
no.
Oh, good. All right,
No, I'm on the
that's
same
good.
page as you. I'm on the same page as you with that.
Okay, good.
Yeah, probably even a bit more so. Like, I kind of, yeah, no, not at all.
Mm,
Yeah,
excellent. That improves your chances. All right
you
there.
know, me and my friend looked into it. He's got a site on Twitter where he talks a lot about it. My friend, and
Mm,
you know, he puts a lot of people wise and puts them onto a lot of different doctors who've got different papers and different studies and that on this and a lot of it, you know, I'll have to post some of the links later and
yeah,
I'll give you his Twitter address where you can see a lot of the activism what he does about it and that and oh he's he's really staunch for it, like he's like yourself, you know, all the
yeah,
things what you say he knows.
yeah,
And you know,
yeah,
and
yeah.
I agree with everything what you say about all that, you know.
Yeah. Does he post, do they have any cures for that now? Anything that people can do?
Yeah, he uses a thing called Demetators Earth. It gets rid of and it detoxes metals and that from your body. And Demetators Earth. There's another thing called Master Plan, what it gets in drops. There's
Okay.
fenbendazole, which detoxes the body of parasites and stuff. And there's a lot of doctors like Dr. Bailey in Australia, Sam Bailey, Dr. Lee Merrick. There's all these doctors. They don't get no airtime and they don't get no kind of exposure, but they're there. You just have to find them. They're all out
Yeah,
there, you know.
yeah.
I'll
Yeah,
have to I'll have to post a link to my friend. He's got all the links, and you know he's really
yeah,
clued up on all that stuff.
yeah. Because there's some people that might want to take advantage of some of those cures, detox
Yeah.
things for metals. You know. Yeah, good. That's
Every
awesome.
morning he puts a scoop in his water and drinks it, and it detoxes the body of all. And you can get it tested to see how it's doing. So it can be means tested. It's like
Oh,
you
that's
can
great.
you can see that it's doing what it says on the tin.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, we all probably should be detoxing from the heavy metals because of the chemtrails out there. They
oh
have
yeah,
aluminum and all kinds of metal
yeah,
stuff.
Freddie
Now,
Freddie Boaston on our in our sangha, he knows all about this stuff. Like if
yeah.
you want to know anything about detoxing or anything about like detoxing your body, talk to Freddie. Freddie, are you here? Because Freddie knows literally everything about this. I
Mhm.
hope Freddie will come on and say this because I'm
yeah.
sorry. Sorry, I didn't mean to interject.
No, yeah, I know. Um, it's good stuff. It's see, because I'm sick. I'm in an hospital there with all the doctors around me. I have to watch what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, you got to be
I
careful.
know. Oh, you're doing
They-
such a good job, Ray. I'm so. Oh, my heart is melting. I know Govinda's heart is melting too right now. So
Yeah, man, it's good
like,
to
we're
see you.
basically
See
on
you,
the same
Ray.
page. Yeah.
Fantastic.
we got all these
See,
soft hearts. I'm the only hard-hearted guy here.
Sorry, that's so funny that he just said that. He's the only hard-hearted guy over here. We're like melting like butter, and he's like, "I got this. I got this."
see,
You're telling.
when the doctors was telling me that I've got this tumor here, as they was telling me, my older daughter came walking in,
Oh,
and she kind of got really upset, and that upset me then.
um,
So I'm just kind of coming round from that.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Seen
yeah.
my daughter get really upset and upset me. You know, she knows that I tell her it's all in God's hands.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I
Yeah.
let her know that it's all in God's
Yeah.
hands, and He's got the final say in this matter. Whatever goes on, He's the
Yeah.
final authority on whatever happens with me now.
Yeah. Well,
It's
we'll
all in His
pray to
hands.
Lord. We'll pray to Lord Chaitanya because he can do or undo anything. So that was his. He said people. He told his devotees to pray to Lord Jagannath because he can do or undo anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah. I've
just
had
waiting for
people
some.
here. I've had people
Yeah.
come here and they live longer usually because they, and they had a lot of problems. One lady had a lot of problems and so many things, but she lived more than 5 years more. And
Yeah.
I think she only passed away because she stopped coming and got into some bad association. That was,
Well, I remember seeing you all around River's bed in the hospital with what was
yeah,
his River's friend and Govinda was there, and there was all dancing around the bed, and it looked that really lifted my spirits up when I seen that, and
Oh my
everyone was
God,
like,
me too.
you know, yeah, and everyone was clapping, and even the nurses were joining in, and it was just a beautiful. It was a beautiful thing.
yeah,
That
that was in Turkey.
that
That was,
kirtan was so amazing. Oh my God,
yeah,
with you guys in the hospital
Yeah,
and Govinda, he's dancing. Oh, I can hear it inside my head. I know the one you're talking about. That was a
yeah, yeah,
really good.
yeah. I'd love something like that here, but there's
yeah,
yeah, there was all dancing and Hare Krishna. It was like,
That was
yeah,
teamwork right there. That was like the team came in and they were like,
yeah,
"We're here for you, girl." Like, boom. And they create a kirtan inside of a hospital. The turkey one. You know,
yeah,
you were talking about Grohari? The turkey
yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Remember
Yeah.
that?
That was,
Yeah,
oh my God, so amazing. So sorry, Ray. That was amazing. You're right.
And you know what? I forgot his name. Who used to live with River?
Karuna.
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 Karuna. That was her husband. Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He was
Karuna.
dancing around us. I haven't seen him around for a bit. I don't know what's happened to him, but he did
He
text me once.
dropped off.
Or
He fell
yeah,
off the face of us, like, because he was a little bit
yeah,
of a rascal towards Gorohari. He wasn't
yeah. He's a
behaving
rascal.
properly.
He was always a rascal, but he had his own ways of doing things. But he was kind of around a lot when he was with River. But yeah, I don't know.
yeah, yeah. Did you? How long have you been into Krishna stuff? Were you with ISKCON or?
No, I really, my chanting is to Yeshua Hamashiach. Yeshua Hamashiach, Yeshua Hamashiach. In come forth Raka de Shiba Shaba Hamayim. Like that's my I chant
Oh,
to Yeshua
yeah.
and Krishna,
Oh,
and
nice.
and I listen to you guys and I chant along. So you know, yeah.
Yeah. Do you like Lord Chaitanya's pastimes?
Oh, Ray's such a good guy. He's such a
I,
good
I
guy.
listen. I listen to him. I try to understand what's going on, and that I can't fault nothing. There's nothing. Everything's nice. You know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm still learning. Do you know what I mean? I like scripture. I like listening to pastimes, and I listen to Govinda and what he has to tell me about things what go on. You know, I used to have a lot of friends who used to travel around India and they come back to England and they tell me about stories and Shiva and all these different, but this was like more in a kind of hippie kind of way. But I've got friends who are still out in India. They deal carpets and whatever, and I don't know, you know, but Brummies from Birmingham.
Oh, yeah, good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's good. It's good you're coming on now. That's good.
You know,
Maybe,
I've
how long
been
have you?
I've been looking for the things of God for the last 10, 15 years, looking for a spiritual path, looking into the things of God, the mysteries of God, His word, His ways, His will for me in my life. And I've changed a lot of things in my life, but now things are changing in my life which are beyond my control. And so now I probably need Him more than ever. I don't know. I know I need Him.
Yeah,
You don't really need me.
Did you find a
Sorry?
spiritual path that you really like, or are you still looking?
Yeah, I mean, I like the ways what Jesus taught. I like his outlook on life. His the way that he shouted down the Pharisees and Sadducees, and the way it seemed to me that the biggest Jesus had more trouble with the religious leaders than anyone else on the planet. I mean, it was them who kind of killed him in the end. And like I see like man trying to get to God through religion, when really it's like God trying to get man through His Spirit. You get what I mean? I've got loads of people trying to phone me. Can I just answer this call?
Oh, it's you. I thought it was my phone ringing. I thought my phone was ringing. It's your phone that's ringing.
No, I think some news is just seeping out that I've got this brain tumor, and so people are trying to phone me.
Oh,
But
I loved what you just said, by the way. I want to say I loved the way that you just worded everything that you said. That was amazingly worded.
Yeah,
And
that's the
you
way
were right. Everything you said
I
about
kind of
Jesus,
see.
yes.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
like there's man trying to reach God through religion. It's God trying
Is
to.
it us trying to get God or God trying to get us? Like I love the way you just
Through His Spirit.
like that was a really intelligent way to say that. That like
That's the way I see.
and I think we're trying to get each other, we're trying to come together with each other, I mean that's the only way I can
and
interpret
forge,
that. Was
develop that relationship, develop that personal relationship with Him, and to walk with Him in His ways. I've been doing that for a few years now. I don't know where it's got me.
I know. I think you're doing a great job, Ray. I really do. I feel
Thank
a
you.
lot from you. Yeah. No, I think wow. You're definitely, you're on the path. And it's I'm sorry. As Burhari would say, it's a narrow path, like this is a narrow path that we walk, and,
It is.
and I think what that means is like, you become focused on, well, I want this relationship with God, and I'm not going to, be distracted by, because there's all these things that like paper bag over here, running over that. Oh, over here. Like, there's things that distract us, especially in 2024. I mean, we have now the internet and like every movie you ever could imagine at your fingertips. Remember back in the day, you couldn't watch any movie you wanted. You were lucky if you got to watch The Lion King. I'm sorry, for me, like, or some kind of movie you liked, like or heard a song you liked. Now we have everything at our fingertips. It's like it becomes almost a little bit too tempting to dive so deep into, like, which is okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Like I'm not hating on that. Like if you need to distract yourself a little bit, but the fact that we can walk a narrow path, that's
Amy, it's just ironic. For months, I've been like, itching to get on here and talk to you guys and interact for months and months now. And then it's so ironic that it's just mad that the time I get on here is when I'm kind of really ill in hospital.
Yeah, I know.
Like
How
I've just been
ironic,
told
right?
the
How ironic.
worst news of my life. And then I managed to get on the screen. And really, I'd like to be in high ecstatic spirits and talking to you, but I'm here, and this is where I am, and this is where it's at, and this is how it is. And
You're gonna be okay.
it's still lovely. It's still lovely to to associate with you lot, whichever form or way it is, and to be able to even interact with Srila Guru Haridas. You know, I've been watching him for over 2 years, 3 years. Maybe you haven't always known that I've been there, but I do tune in. I just click on it and I'll just sit there, you know, when I'm at home and listening and watching, trying to get a gist of what's going on. You know, I've developed some understanding, but you know, I still dip into like into a church on a Sunday morning sometimes, just to sit with them and like talk about the things of God. You know, that's just the path what I take. It's that, you know, yeah, that's just me. I enjoy it. Yeah,
You're doing very good there, Amy.
yeah. And I remember when Johan was coming on a lot before. Crazy Johan. And like I used to think, what's going on with this dude? And then he started talking about all them the jab and that, and like, I was going, whoa, hang on. But there's something somewhere in me. I actually feel sorry for him. I don't know what it is. You know, I don't know why I feel sorry for him. When I see him pop,
for who?
Johan's like.
For Johan, he's talking about Johan.
Oh, Johan. Yeah.
I used to see him pop up, and he'd be ecstatic, and he'd be doing all that crazy laughing and that. And I used to look and think, "What's going on here?" And then I'd hear him, yeah, and then I'd hear him talking about things what Srila was against, and I disagree with him on them points. And then now I see him pop up on his own on Facebook, and I actually got a bit of sympathy. I feel sorry for him.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I think that's really interesting that you said that. I actually feel sorry for him. He says, like, I feel sorry for him. You know why? Because like he lost out in a way, like of
it's kind of
something maybe
because
like
of his own stubbornness and like
yes.
Not, and only seeing it the way he sees it, like he's missing out kind of thing, and he's like bit his nose off to spite his face kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah.
Cut his nose off to spite his face. Very classic expression. So cutting his nose off to spite his
you know,
face,
and I used to.
Yeah,
and
like
I'd tune into Lolita's classes, and I'd tune into River's classes, and Govinda, and see, I know Govinda from before, and I'd always tune into their classes, you know, and but then I look at Johan, and he pops up on his own now, and he's still doing that crazy laugh, and I think, what's happening with Johan, man?
I felt the same thing. I think from the beginning, I was like, what happens over here? Like, I'm not sure. And I think Guru Hari was always thinking that. I'm sorry, I'm going to say everything that I think.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I agree with what Ray's saying. Like, it did seem a little wacky, like I wasn't sure, like what I could get, like Govinda, I could get everybody else. Like, I was like on board, you know, basically with everybody else. But I really wasn't sure what was happening over there. Like, that was a situation.
I think Johan was just kind of following the narrative of what was being told to him on the telly or on mainstream media. He was just suckered into all that, like, and he didn't see any other way. Oh, I gotta get my pain relief in a minute.
Okay.
Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God.
I just need a blast of my inhaler, though.
Come and help you.
Yeah.
The worst hospital systems over here. I'm sorry. I'm glad that they're helping you. That's all. Like,
see, I've been in 2 hospitals in the last 3 weeks. They thought it was an heart attack. They sent me from here to the Birmingham Heartlands, and then they'd done an angiogram and said that I didn't need a stent. And then I left that hospital and I had another brain seizure, and it was really terrifying. It kind of was choking me and lifted me up off my feet and arched my back, you know, like The Exorcist. I was like, ah!
Oh, wow.
I was at a meeting at the time. I was at an NA meeting, and my friends lowered me to the floor, and they called an ambulance and got me to hospital. So it was a good job I was around people at the time. You know, I was in an a mutual meeting, like where we all say a prayer and things, and we all ask for God's will in our life. And Govinda knows a lot about that.
Mhm.
In fact, that's where I know Govinda from.
Oh, where do you know him from
From
local town?
from my meetings.
Oh, from the meetings. Okay, got it.
Yeah,
Right.
12-step groups.
You know, I always really liked Narcotics Anonymous, probably more than the other 12-step fellowship groups, because it's NAR. It's the
You always
it's
say
the
that.
second,
You always say
it's the
this. Yeah.
second syllable of. I know I was saying Amy, but I like
Krishna.
it's
Krishna.
the second syllable of Krishna,
Krishna.
and
So he
so
likes that better
therefore
than
it's my
AA.
favourite, and that's where we know each other from, Ray. And you're
We've
always
both got
in my
pretty,
heart.
we've both got pretty checkered pasts,
Yeah.
to say the
And
least.
you look like you guys look alike too.
I've lived quite an hectic life, you know. I used to travel around Europe a lot, and I kind of grew up on the back streets of Amsterdam and bringing the concept of hydroponics into England. And I had a lot of Americans coming over from California and Portland, Oregon, Green Air Products, General Hydroponics from California. And I used to put them up in hotels and show them how the industry was coming on in England. And then I fell deep into other stuff and had to dig myself out of that, you know. So I've had quite a eventful existence, but it's all come to a head now, and it's all kind of you know, it's
how old
manifested
you are?
in.
Is it?
Sorry?
Can I ask how old you are? I'm sorry, I can't gauge
Have a
your
guess.
age.
What do you think?
What do I think? That's a hard question to ask because I don't want to over. I'm gonna say like 50.
50.
55.
Oh, 55. So I was thinking that about 50. How old are you, Govinda? Just out of curiosity.
57.
No way! Wow, you guys both look so young. Anyway, sorry, I just wanted to ask like, how old you were.
No, you've knocked 5 years off me. I'm grateful for that. You took 5 years off me.
I said 50.
Yeah.
You look young. You do. You could honestly, you could have been 45 for all I knew. You know, like I don't.
I was only in here the other week. I had my pacemaker changed in December, and then I was looking after my mum all last year. I think some of you are aware of that. Like she had, I watched her last year, so I was present and clean and sober, being with my mum all last year up until the day she died. Then the day she died, the day before she died, my younger daughter's chap fell through a roof at work, and he's in a coma in another hospital now, and he can't walk or talk, and that's my youngest daughter. And so I'm trying to be there for them. I'm trying to be there for my dad who's lost my mum, and like I've suffered in the. I'm here now myself, so I can't be there for anyone. I've got to try and get myself well. You know what I mean? You know what though? Do you know what? All through this, God has given me the strength and courage and lifted me up and carrying me through all these trials and tribulations that have come my way. And without that in my life, I don't know where I would have been. I would have been back at the bottom of a barrel somewhere, or in some shooting gallery doing something. I don't know. God's carried me through, man. And with the help of Srila and your group and the heavenly powers, man. You know, whatever it is up there, what's guiding us. I don't know all the answers. I don't know what it is. I have to keep listening to you guys, you know, to try and find my way. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense.
No, that all made sense. What a beautiful testimony, right? He just said, what a beautiful testimony that was. And and the experience, all of that. And I feel like that was so moving to me. Like, and you even being a part of this group, because that's what we're doing here, is trying to work the love of God and make it be real and tangible for people, you know, because we're all going through this experience of life. Like, I know obviously some are worse than others. Like, I mean, I really wish Lolita would give a word right now, because I want to know what she's thinking and feeling. Like, that's all I've been thinking right now, is I want to know what she has to say. Honestly,
always listen to Lisa.
Yeah, because she knows she
I'm just listening to what Amy says, and And I'm surprised because she says that Ray gave a nice testimony, but I didn't understand.
Oh, what you didn't understand his words? You're saying in the language? Well, he was just saying that, like in his struggles with his health, because obviously he's in a hospital right now, so he's going through a lot of health issues. That the love of the Lord and God
Yeah.
is what really is carrying him through all of these
Carried me
trials
through
and
the death
tribulations.
of my mother and my
The death
daughter's
of his mother,
husband, who's in a
daughter
coma.
being his daughter's sick, his mother dying. I mean, I feel like Lolita, like you could, if you did understand what he was saying, I'm sorry, because language barrier,
It's
she's trying
the accent, yeah, of the
the
English
accent.
people.
But that's what he was saying was just that now he's here in a hospital where he had a heart attack, but now he has a brain
No,
like I mean,
brain
so
tumor.
he's going through a lot of like, but he's already gone through so much like in his life and with his family and everything, all these things. But you know what's carried him through was the love of the Lord, like this relationship with God. So that's why I wanted you to give a word because you know this, like, more than I think most people would. Lolita has been through the mill and back again, as they call it,
I would have been lost without the love of the Lord, without the Lord
Yes,
carrying me through this. Sorry, yeah,
No, go ahead. Yeah, you're right, right?
yeah.
Without that.
I would have been gone. I would have been dead already.
I know.
Yeah.
But here we are.
Um,
Here we are. And you're
Apologise to
inspiring other
Lolita
people.
for the Brummy accent, the Ozzy Osbourne kind of accent. Um,
Ozzy Zig needs a gig.
he only lives down the road from me, where he used to live, Aston. That's where I'm from. Um,
Oh, okay,
yeah,
really? That's
yeah,
interesting.
yeah.
Right by where
Um,
the Osbournes were. Oh,
he
wow.
used to be we used to call them the Thirstians, because they was always in the pub drinking.
Oh, the Thirstians, because they're always drinking. They're
They're the
thirsty.
Thirstians.
They'd
Yeah,
be thirsty all the time. Yeah,
yeah,
that's funny.
yeah. You know, Lolita, always listen to Lolita. I like listening to her classes, and some of the things what she has to say. And that's and all this with you guys, with the connection I have with my people who follow their Christian path. Um, it's all helped me through all the tribulations what I've been through. I'm just trying to recap for Lolita, with the loss of my mother, with my daughter's husband in a coma, falling through a roof at work, and that's my grandson's dad, and I'm trying to be there for my grandson, and he really needs a male figure in his life at the moment, and I'm trying to be that figure, and it's just been hard, because I can't be there. I've got to get myself well now, and I feel like I can't be there for him because I'm in hospital myself, and I
You're
want to help him.
doing good.
Yeah, I'm trying.
You've got to be there for yourself now, Ray. And something I picked up on sharing back to you is there is something what I've come to believe deeper and more than a heavenly realm, and that's coming through here. There is a beyond the heaven, and I'm sure you know that Jesus was saying heaven and earth will pass away. So in this devotion of Lord Chaitanya, we're getting a deeper understanding than remaining in the material universe, and because that's ultimately what heaven is. So this is deeper and it's
Yeah,
progressive. Jesus is
it
part and
does give me a
parcel of,
deeper understanding. Yeah,
yeah, there's a deeper understanding that we can get in the latest avatar, and actually has Jesus and Ramachandra and all the avatars within. So this is this is topmost cutting edge, like having the latest updated computer phone, but on a spiritual level. And it's a progression, not this kind of thing in the world where it's your God, my God, your God. Actually, with Lord Chaitanya, you can keep your love of Jesus. And I found actually in the association of Gora Hari, because he has that deep association, I naturally get a love for Jesus and the apostles, and it just deepens and goes on,
yeah, that's a beautiful
clarifying.
thing.
I
Yeah, it
feel
does.
so much that. I love that you just said that because we can have both. We don't have to give. We're not giving up Jesus. I'm never going to give up Jesus. You know what I mean? I would never do such a thing. So I love that we can combine this. I had a hard time with that, honestly. Like, how does this both go together? And Gorahari explains it so lovely, so perfectly, like how we can, because I had to ask him this too. He went through like, oh, how do I put these two together? How does this all make sense? And he makes it make sense so easily, you know? And I love that because I need, obviously I need Jesus, but I also want the top grade, the most, highest. Sorry,
Yeah.
It's ongoing, communicating with a lot of people who felt they've had to choose between Jesus and Krishna. One lady I met recently in Coventry, and sharing with her, Jesus was sharing Krishna consciousness, and now we're able to share the Chaitanya latest upgrade. So there's a lot of people out there who have been divided by listening to the principalities of religion. They feel they've got to make this choice, but you don't actually. You don't have to make that choice, one or the other. It's like Celtic or Rangers if you grew up in Northern Ireland or Glasgow, or it's that kind of
Or
thing. You don't
Birmingham.
have to, yeah, that kind of thing too, without getting so deep into that kind of thing. But it's just there's a beyond, and it's being given here, and the benefits you've seen, Ray, coming these 2-3 years. I mean, I think we've only met actually 2 or 3 times, but yeah, I feel a close connection with you. Actually.
I know, man. Yeah, I've been one. I was going to come over, like to Coventry or Leicester or wherever you're at now, and but because
Well,
since Digbeth Changes closed down, that put an end to all them meetings what was there. So I haven't seen you around since then. You're aware, aren't you, Govinda, that Changes is closed?
yeah, I'm aware of the changes in
Yeah.
fellowship in Birmingham to some extent, and the thing is, we've got this, Ray. This is, and like you're sharing about trying to be there for your family members. Be present for you, isn't it? Now, here, now, for you, and take advantage of what we have, which is the interactive facility, and come along again,
Yeah.
as much as you can, because
Well, I'm going to
here,
have to come as much as I can now because I don't even know how long I got left. Do you know what I mean?
This is the oxygen mask. Like, we have the oxygen mask. You put it on first, then you help like, here's the breath. Like, I'm sorry. I'm just so excited about this conversation because
That's when it started in the comments, when it said, can Guru alter the destiny of your life? And I'm thinking, well, can you? That's when I got involved. That's what tuned me in. Just it's all right. My battery light just came on. I'm looking for my lead.
Yeah. Your destiny can be altered.
Yeah.
But see, it's not just that's why I don't do like focus on the healings here. The healings are automatic. Like like Jesus said, it's by your faith that you're healed. And that's why I asked you, like, have you found the path and all of this stuff? Because that's the way it works. If you want your destiny changed, then you got to surrender to God. And if you really want it changed, you surrender to Guru and Krishna's teaching, or the teaching you get from a real guru. I mean, that's the path I teach here. But now the people don't. They spend their whole lives and not get that and understand that principle. But those who do get it, they change. They get a transformation.
By surrender.
It's a bit hard to take because generally people think it's like a Jesus trip or a guru trip and all that, but it is. It's that's just the process, and it's a narrow gate. If you that's the way you're actually delivered here, by the mercy of Guru and Krishna and the Vaishnavas and the scriptures. All together, they're all one and all, all in one and one in all. And so, but some people, they just want the healing, and they haven't, they're not clear about to do it. But that's that's the way it works.
By surrender, when you say surrender, I mean, I do listen to your words and what you say, and I can't find any fault really. So there's a surrender. Like I'm listening to what you say, and I can't fault what you're saying. there is some things what might I might have a little bit of conflict with sometimes. But that I'm just being honest there.
Yeah,
I have to work.
honestly, it's the
You know,
best
I
thing.
kind of work them through then, and I kind of come to a conclusion. Or I kind of what's the word? Make us settle it somehow in my head,
Resolve
where resolve it, where it kind of it makes sense to me then, and then when it does that, that's when I get that deeper understanding that what Govinda was talking about, the deeper understanding about how he's actually working through us, and how he's working through the cosmos, the universe, like the universe, one verse, single spoken sentence. Let there be light. It's there. It's kind of he spoke it into existence. It was kind of through his vibration, whatever was said. It was some vibration what formed this material plane what we're in. I don't know what it. You know what? I don't even know what I'm talking about now.
No, you're making a lot of sense. Keep going. I'm loving what you're saying. Go ahead. I
Yeah,
love
right.
train of thought.
So I like listening to all you guys, and then kind of formulating a deeper understanding out of what I'm hearing. You know, it kind of it's I'm sure like the audience what Jesus had at the time wouldn't have understood really what you guys are talking about now. So the world just wasn't ready for that kind of explanate, that kind of purport, or
That
that
kind
kind
of
of
depth. That kind of depth.
that kind of depth. Yeah, it just wouldn't have got it, would it? So this is for today now. So when you're talking about these things, and I can resolve what you're saying with what I already know, with my preconceived knowledge of spirituality or Christianity, and it gives me a deeper understanding.
Connect the dots. Connect the dots. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So it's good to be here. It's good to be connecting with you guys. It's good to but I've got to sit down for a minute now. I've got to
Hey,
I've got to
thanks
kind
for
of
coming. Thanks for
Wow, that
coming.
was so amazing,
and
Ray. Like
I'll come back onto the what is it called, the replay, the restream, and
comment
also
section.
come live anytime too.
yeah, I've just got to give the charger phone, and I've got to seek out my I've got to get my medication. I've got to get my medicine.
Yeah,
You are
threw
my medicine.
arrows right at my heart. You right arrows right at my heart.
At the moment, you've been my medicine. You are my medicine, but I've got to get some different medicine now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get comfortable.
Good to see you all. Look forward to seeing you all again.
Yeah, just deep breaths, right?
Nice one,
You
man.
got this.
Nice one.
Got this.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ray.
Govinda, give us a text after, Govinda, and I'll tell you where I am if you can come to the hospital if you got time one of the days.
Yeah,
I don't know.
send me the details where you are. Let me know the details. Yeah.
Is Srila still in England?
Yeah, I'm here till the 15th.
Yeah. Okay. Lovely to see you all. I'll see you all again.
Okay.
Thank you so much,
Okay.
Ray.
Nice to meet you, Amy, Srila, everyone.
Awesome.
Bye now.
Great to see you, man.
Hare Krishna there.
So much
Great.
love.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
All right. So Lalita, give us a word.
Yeah, I've been chatting with him, but not now. That was in another period. It was nice to meet him, but that's a problem always with people that I don't know. That English, it's another accent again, and then he swallows a lot of words, speaks very fast. So I didn't understand everything, but I think I understood the essence. Yeah, of course, it's really nice to have people who come from he's a Christian. I know that from writing to him in the past, who come from a completely different area and are attracted to you and feel the vibrations, feel what you say is attractive. It touches my heart, it touches my soul. I'm getting some taste for it. I want to hear more. I'm coming back, and the more you come listening to Guru Maharaj, the more that taste grows, that seed is be planted, and then you develop your own bhakti little by little. It's always by hearing and hearing. Yeah, we encourage people to come back, to keep on hearing, actually, if you want to go back to Godhead. Hear your way back to Godhead. It's actually the system, actually. Yeah, it is indeed a very narrow gate, but everything is included. Lord Chaitanya carries all the incarnations inside of him. Indeed, even Jesus Christ. You get the chance here to grow up inside of the spiritual sky, to have real deep connections with the saints and with the Lords, one by one, to get your favorite ones, to have a new home, a transcendental home, that you cannot compare with the home here on earth. Why you're still living here on earth, but you can still escape. You can have your escape. Yeah, it's a whole process of getting purified, and then that Bhakti Radha Beach is growing, and with that, when that sprout is growing, the Vedanta comes inside, and you get more knowledge about God, pure knowledge of God, out of being in connection with Him, out of the communion with Him, an exchange, a real exchange of God Himself, and that's worth to follow this path, to walk on it and keep on walking on it eternally.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Ultimately, we're teaching the path. You accept a bona fide spiritual master. Ultimately, and you could see how people they have to figure that out. Understand that a lot of people are uncomfortable with that and don't see the importance of it. It's all in the songs. It's all in the how when those have actually met a bona fide spiritual master. This is my Lord, birth after birth. Even people are not really delivered with Prabhupada, but they treat him like that. He is my Lord, and their whole lives are dedicated to Prabhupada, right? Like this. Well, that's the way it goes. And if you find a bona fide spiritual master, you're going to be delivered. Well, that's just the way it is. See, but when you get a living one right in front of your face, that's where the rubber hits the ground. What do they talk? Well, how's that go, Amy? That saying, the rubber hits the it's
Virgin
like,
rubber.
yeah.
I'm not sure I know that one.
Yeah. Rubber hits the ground. I think it's something like that. Yeah. So, let me put this up here. Let's see here. Yeah. So that's it, and that's why I like to see where people are at in the process, and so
No,
that
it's the rubber hits the road. The
rubber hits the road. Rubber hits the road. Yeah. Like the song says, when Narottam met his guru, it was, he is my Lord, birth after birth. See, that's very deep, that stuff. You understand how it is when, and because it's the, huh?
It's a
No, go
beautiful
ahead.
song.
I
That
feel like that about you. No, you Govinda, you talk. I'm sorry. We're all talking on top.
I'm going to talk over Amy Rhodes. I'm going to talk over my homegirl. That's a beautiful song when Narottam is singing about the torchlight of knowledge. You open my eyes. That is beautiful. I start to cry. I think it's in the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita. That's an amazing. That's how it is. That's how
Is
it
that
is.
in the first chapter? Did they put it in there?
Isn't it there? It's somewhere. I know the prayer.
It's in the
My
songbook.
spiritual master, open my eyes with the torchlight of knowledge.
Dark
It's somewhere,
knowledge.
but it makes me cry. It's so beautiful.
Yeah. I mean, that's the way it really works. Otherwise, you kind of, it's slower and, it takes a while. That's all. Yeah. If I mean the guy, I think Ray said he wanted his thing to change. Well, that's the way it'll change. I mean, for sure. I mean, God can do things in different ways, but if you find that way and you really get it in your heart that, wow, I found a real spiritual master that's here to deliver me out of illusion. You don't think St. Paul felt that way with Jesus and Peter and all of that? You think it's any different here? If you do, well, you don't quite understand conclusively these things yet, because that's what it's all about. That's why we have these books that
We
are
said
so explain it. Yeah, go ahead. What did you say,
said
Amy?
we're like here birth after birth, like I'm your disciple, birth after birth, you know, that
Yeah,
little line that you just said. And that is so like crucial, because I always feel that way, that like that we're living out like the same pastimes. It's all like
yeah,
repeating itself, you know, like
it's
be
the
it
same.
Lord
Yeah.
Chaitanya, be it the Jesus like disciples,
Mhm.
be it any of these pastimes, which I feel like are, I'm not saying it's metaphorical. That's not what I'm trying to, is metaphorical also, you know, because it's also a parable,
Yeah.
you know, whatever it is. So it's also repeating itself, you know, like this
Mm.
is what this life, this world, this realm does. It's on a loop. I call it like a loop, you
Mhm.
know. It keeps looping itself, like just the same friggin' stuff over and over. So
Yeah.
I feel like
Mhm.
right, birth after birth, we just do that. This is what, you know, and we're at the highest thing that we can do right now. Like, what else are we going to do? Like maybe birth after birth, we did other things that aren't as productive. This is really productive. This is really like, what else are we going to do? What are we going to sit here and make a lot of money so we can buy a better car, or like, you know, more curtains, or I don't know what the hell people buy. Like, I don't know what they like, like what for what, you know, there's no purpose. Then there's no purpose. So we have a purpose. What we do here, there's a purpose. This is a higher goal. Sorry.
Lolita, can I
I
ask
know.
you a question?
Okay.
Isn't something deep inside you just wish you can do what Amy does? You just jump right in and interject. That's just a question.
No,
No?
because
Okay.
I'm interested in what others are saying.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, it's unbelievable how you interpret that, Guru Maharaj. I'm interested in what others are saying,
I
and I'm
no, I'm
listening,
just I'm
and I'm
inquiring.
so
That's all.
ecstatic.
I
I'm
mean,
so
I'm into
ecstatic.
this. I'm into this thing, the inside. What's really inside everybody? So I don't know. I'm on that track right now.
No, I'm in ecstasy from
Yeah,
this morning, and
yeah,
I'm really listening. I want to hear what others. Yeah, it's interesting.
Everybody has a different style, you know, like I mean my
yeah.
style
It's a different.
is odd and
Yeah,
honestly like not always appreciated, to be quite honest. And Lolita,
yeah,
she's a much better, she listens, she interprets, and then she says extremely wise words, like, and she'll say things that will literally move your entire, like, you don't think she's a mover and shaker, she is a mover and a shaker, like
he's
over
a
here.
mover and
She
shaker.
does it in a
Absolutely.
different way, you know what I mean? Because I already, believe me, like we've moved and shaked a lot. And so I know I'm like like a little kid, like, oh,
Yeah,
like I'm like a child, you know, like in a way. And
yeah.
I hate that. A lot of people make fun of me, you know, but and what
No,
I'm like,
Amy, I take I do what you do. I interrupt you. I like the interrupting. Everyone's got their way, but if I want to say something and it's in my heart, I'm going to interrupt, man. I mean,
well, I'm
I'm
also
not
Yeah,
gonna
going to
that's
say
forget it.
what I,
anything.
If I don't
that's
say it,
what
I'm
I
gonna
learned from
forget it.
Amy. Hey,
Let's
that's a
interrupt
good
my
No,
one.
homegirl.
That's a good
no,
teaching. Thank you,
Govinda,
Amy.
you
Like,
continue.
I'm going to interruption.
Gotta do it like
Interrupt,
this.
going to interrupt Amy Rose.
he's making fun of me, Lolita. So they're
Hey,
mocking me right now.
no,
This
we're
is
not.
No,
We love
they're
you, Amy.
not.
But it's okay.
No, it's
But
affection. It's
she was
affection.
gonna say something though. Lolita, what were you gonna say though? I want to hear what you were gonna say.
That Govinda doesn't have the authorization to interrupt.
Yeah, yeah. He's not authorized.
You're having a bubble bath, ain't you? You're having a giraffe.
If he had authorization, that wouldn't be any fun.
I don't think anybody has authorization. We're just like, oh, like kind of, we're the wild cards. This is a
Yeah,
wild card.
wow. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely. Yeah. Yeah, so give us a word, Amy.
How many? Can you got to limit it. How many words am I allowed?
Three.
I got 3. I love you. 3 words. I love you. I love you all. 4 words. I love you guys. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, this is amazing. I love the way you can you help people in a way that I could never imagine. It's so deep, it's so spiritual that he can swoop in there like a bird and like just like bring it all out. I mean, it's hard, you know, because we got to get the old wine out, the new wine comes in. I'm so sorry about my voice. Hold on. But
I
it's
gotta
just so
help her now.
amazing. Yeah, I mean, it's so amazing how you can and the way you are such an odd fellow, though I have to say. Gorahari is, because he
Me?
knows yeah. Oh, yes. You know how to like do things and you orchestrate it in a very specific way. Like, so he knows like exactly what's gonna like, how do I tug at her heartstrings? How do I do this? Like, he pulls out all the cards because he's the wild card. So I always feel like that about you. Like, you know exactly what you're doing. It's not like it's spontaneous, but it's a little bit like you've got like, how do I say this? I don't know the right words. Like, you orchestrate things in a very specific way. I feel like, and then you know like how to do things very, because Gorahari says that he's very intuitive. I called him telepathic. I know that was the wrong word. He says no, I'm just very intuitive, and this intuition that he has runs really deep. Like, so he's extremely intuitive, especially if he wants to be. I'm sorry. The Lord's taking my voice from me. He's like, shut up, girl. You talk too much.
Yeah, okay. Give us a word, Govinda. What do you got to say? Oh, did we get Lalita yet? We interrupted her a lot, right? Who, Govinda or Lalita?
No, you didn't interrupt me, Guru Maharaj.
Oh, okay.
How about
Whoever,
Govinda? And then Lalita gives us our real
No,
word.
no. I gave my word and nobody interrupted me.
Are you sure?
I got it. I know what's happening now.
What's happening?
Amy's orchestrating all of this. I thought it was me, but it was actually Amy. You see how she's directing everything nicely.
You're
I
making
like
fun of me.
it.
I know you're making fun of me, and I don't know if you're being sarcastic or if you're being like, I don't know.
Me,
I can't
sarcastic.
tell.
No, I like to
Making fun of me?
I like to cut jokes. I like to cut jokes.
I just did what you told me to do, which was give us a
No,
word.
yes, you did. I did. I think it's great. Don't take my jokes so seriously.
I'm not taking them so. You're being serious now. I wasn't taking it seriously. I was
Okay,
joking
okay.
around with you too.
I'm
But
just
you,
joking
I never
around.
know if like, is he making fun of me or is he like being like?
I make fun of everybody, even myself.
That's true. Okay. That was well said. Well said. He's like, I'm literally making fun of everything and myself. Okay. That made more sense. All right.
My
Govinda,
nature.
give us a word.
Okay, so one of you two over there, give us a word. Okay,
Govinda?
I'll call him. Govinda, give us a word.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm going to find that verse and I'm going to read it, the Narratum verse, because it's you. It's the whole process. It's beautiful, and you can sing. You can sing it. It's from Bhagavad Gita, and it's a song, and it's a process that everybody here's got, and you know, people are gradually seeing, but it is an important part. You know, you accept the Guru Maharaj's opinion. And as I was sharing the other day, it's not this like I've got to like the same music, like the same food, but the opinion is the active principle of spiritual life because it's Chaitanya's opinion. And I know that, and we all know that here in this free stream and others. So,
I mean, we can check that opinion too, you know, we can check it. So if, like, say, if Johan wants to come and give his opinion, and I'll give my opinion, and we can check it. We can decide. Isn't that fair? Isn't that a
I don't
fair
know. I mean,
thing?
I feel like your opinion, it doesn't
great,
matter.
man.
Checking it. I don't even care about it. Your opinion works. It works. That's all. Anyway.
Where is
But
that rascal?
I like to give people a fair. We can be a fair thing. If his opinion is the one that we study, we'll really focus on the opinions in the book and come to a conclusion. Yeah.
I don't like
Yeah.
opinions. My dad used to say opinions are like assholes. Everyone has one and they all stink.
Yeah. Oh, they do, unless you have the Lord's opinion. That's why it's the whole
Yeah.
thing. This is why it works here.
I want the
It's
right opinion.
yeah. His opinion
Sick
is
of
the
opinion.
the one, the essence. Yeah, it's great. I mean, the Lord's opinion is fantastic. It's just it works and it gets the greatest result and the greatest like savor, relish.
See, there's a difference here. When Johann would always interrupt you on a material level, you could say, "Oh, well, Amy interrupts, Govinda interrupts," but it's a divine kind of desire to share, to contribute. Johann was interrupting to override you. He had a different opinion about Maya Tattva and about
Ah,
everything. So when
yeah.
Amy interrupts, when I interrupt, it's enthusiasm. It's like we want to just also, we can't contain it in the heart, and we just can't contain it. So we
Yeah.
may interrupt you, or I may interrupt Amy, and that's
That's
just
why I love you, Govinda, because you're like me. You're a lot like me. You're the most like me member of the Sangha because we're both
I was
kind of
thinking you were
bouncing around and
twins.
what?
I was thinking you were like twins. Yeah, because you do the same thing when Govindas he does all these things and you do all these
Yeah, and I'm like,
things.
we're bouncing
Yeah,
around. We're like,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
You
yeah.
both kind of do.
oh man.
Enthusiasm we can't contain. We can't contain the way we're feeling, like our impulsivity and enthusiasm.
Yeah. Exactly. It's channeling that in a way. I love it. That's great. Wow. It's like
I,
you have those people with sign language. When the person's giving a speech and they got the sign language people doing their thing. Put the
I,
mask on.
I remember I remember being at a rave back in the day, a really loud rave. The bass was really loud, and there was these deaf people on the dance floor, and there was sign languaging, and it was like, yeah. But I
Yeah.
was going to say something else. That's gone. That's gone.
Well, we were talking
Okay,
about
what is it? Give
enthusiasm,
us the
like
word.
our level of impulsivity and enthusiasm. Maybe you're going to say something about that.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's
I want to know what you're going to
something more spiritual than what I shared, probably, but I don't know. It's gone.
say.
Yeah, it's gone. Oh,
Rohari
no,
talked on top of you. That's why. Sorry.
It's okay.
yeah.
If it's you, Amy, I'm okay.
Oh, yeah. I know what I was going to share. I meditated on meeting you, Guru Hari, as I've shared to you. I also meditate on meeting you, Amy Rose, and hanging out with you. And yeah, I meditate on those things. If it happens, it happens. But I meditate on it, just the fun and interaction with you. Of course, we're meeting in this way, but I still meditate on you coming to the airport. You coming to the hills of Wales and Cornwall and just hanging
Yeah,
out
I could
together.
see that, man. I could see her, passport coming in the mail, and then booking the ticket, coming to Wales, and yeah,
It's
yeah,
like my
you got
greatest
to.
fantasy. These are my fantasies,
Oh yeah, well yeah,
And one aspect of I feel in our friendship, our relationship is I feel your big brother in a protective way, but you're also my big sister. I take guidance from you. It's not it's interchangeable. I learn so much from you. I learn so much. Yeah, as I've
yeah,
shared,
Oh,
I
that's
don't.
so nice to say. I mean, because I always feel like everybody's my big brother and big sister in this sangha. I feel like almost like the little sister. But in life, I have been a big sister, so I know what it's like to not only be a big sister, but like a mother. Like which hard role to fill. But so I guess I kind of see what you're saying, but I see myself more as like very childlike, and then everybody's my big brother, my big sister, and these are my guidance people. Like I see myself as literally being like the small child in this group. Like, but I guess
yeah.
I've never been able to see myself as like, an older person. I've always only saw myself as a child. Like when we were
Ah,
with Brenda saying like how she was like, oh, she likes me.
that's a high level of spiritual realization, actually.
Really? Because I wouldn't
Yeah,
everybody's
yeah,
really come down on me for this in my life. Like that I
yeah.
wasn't growing up. I wasn't like being more like adult like. Although I could yell at people in traffic, believe me, and I can cuss like there's no tomorrow. Like I have no problem like fuck you and fuck you too. You know, like I have no problem with that behavior. But that's also very childlike rebellion. You know.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
even with Rinda, I was so mad at you because you said it wrong. You said to her, Amy likes you because you're a kid, but you said it wrong. And she goes like this. That's why and you were like, no. Do you like Amy because you think she's a kid? Remember in your little thing you sent me?
yeah,
You
yeah,
reversed your words and she got offended. I could see like Amy only likes me because I'm a kid. And I was like, no, you tell her I like her because she's the coolest, not only just a kid, but a cool person. Like she's a cool
yeah.
girl. Like, she's so
She is.
mature and
Yeah,
so like and funny and charismatic, all these wonderful qualities. Like not all
yeah,
kids. I don't just like you because you're a kid. I mean, I like all kids, obviously, but like I like you specifically because you're an amazing person, like and then you kind of reversed your words. What you were trying to say was, oh, do you only like Amy because you think she's like a kid? Do you remember what you said to me?
yeah.
Did you clarify that with her though?
I know.
I know. I was like, oh, I wanted to smack you. I was like, he said it wrong. And she got offended. She went like
That
this.
would be nectar. I would.
I'm like, he's
So
saying the
Linda,
words.
wouldn't that be great to be smacked by Amy? I would love it. Man.
Oh,
She
yeah,
didn't say
man.
the words right. And I didn't
Smack
want to
me.
offend
Just
Brenda.
give me a good swat. I deserve it.
Especially if it comes to offending Brenda. Then I get like very,
Yeah,
no, not Brenda.
yeah, yeah. Hey, man.
She's a locket in my pocket.
Yeah.
No, but that was really lovely the way that you did that with Brenda yesterday. I'm sorry, my voice. The way you sent me those like voice the videos.
Yeah. Actually, Brenda's more mature than a lot of devotees here in our Sangha because she really likes Bitcoin.
Because she likes Bitcoin? Oh my God, you're too funny.
Didn't you see the video? Didn't you see the video?
No, you gotta send
You
it to me.
did.
Was she?
You
No, I
didn't.
didn't see it. What she likes
Oh, I will
Bitcoin?
send it to you. Yeah, it's
You gotta
yeah,
send
it's
it to
in me. Yeah. Govinda, my secretary Govinda will send it to you.
Well, if you like Bitcoin, then you're on Gorohari's you're on his page, right?
I've got no idea about Bitcoin. I'm not totally stupid,
See?
Amy, but I can still send it to
No,
you.
but
It's
I
a great
heard
video.
there like I watch the Big Bang Theory a lot, and I mean it's one of my favorite shows. And this was like years ago. They were talking about how Bitcoin was going to like explode, and they have an episode where they didn't care about it. Like they had put Bitcoin money in, and all of a sudden like they have like a lot of money, like and somehow in the episode it gets lost, but like it was showing me. I'm like, oh look, Gorohari is right. Like they were saying like Bitcoin's going to do something really incredible. Like and basically you're all stupid if you don't like do Bitcoin. Like the episode was actually saying exactly what you said. I know a lot of people are going to argue with you and say that's not true. Like Bitcoin, oh, it's just a bullshit thing, but people who are like, I mean, who knows?
Like all the people who said, like all the people who said that shop thing was okay, doesn't why is he got how he talk about material things? They're the same people who are saying, oh, Bitcoin, why does he talk about material things? Da-da. Same people, man.
You're
why
right.
does he talk about material things? Well, because they don't see
but
everything.
then they're going to go and take that. I mean, you got to be. I'm not going to say. I'm sorry. I'm going to bite my words right now. I don't want to insult anybody.
Amy, I put words in your mouth. 2 words. Fucking donkeys.
Fucking
those words in your mouth.
No, I don't want to offend anybody, but I mean, right away with the whole thing that the shot thingy majig, and that whole experience, that whole circumstance. Right away, I was like, "This is insane! Like, how can you gaslight an entire world that way? Like, you've like I've been gaslighted my life. Now that they like the big brother literally just gaslighted an entire world into like some kind of an idea that was crazy. Like, if I wasn't going to take a flu shot like all those years. Remember how much they were pushing that for years? They're like, okay, nobody's hopping on board. Let's go bigger. Let's send it home. Let's right out of the park. We'll make them, like, I mean, and then the people who got it didn't get any less sick than the people who didn't. That was the crazy part about it. Like, I mean, I know friends who got it, you know, and they still were getting the damn, like, whatever, getting sick. I never got it, never got sick, not one time. Not one time. Even being around how many people, being in hospitals with my mom, like, why isn't this happening to me? Who knows? Maybe it's your immune system. I don't know the answer to these questions, but I was like, I know one thing that I'm not doing, which is anything you're telling me to do, which is like a behavior, like getting, I'm not injecting myself with anything. Oh my God. One time I had to get in this MRI and they said, we have to put something into your system so we can see the MRI. It was so stupid because there was actually nothing wrong with me. I think I just was paranoid. I felt sick and I was so upset. Like, what did you just put inside my system? Like, what is it? They're like, it's nothing. It's just some kind of, do you know what anybody knows what I'm talking about? They have to do it so they can like kind of blue light, like
A color that they, yeah.
a color. Yeah. It's like a color. Yeah. Like, and then this it gives them the ability to see like what's going on inside there. And I was so upset. I'm like, what did you no, you can't put, they're like, we have to do this. I'm like, no, you don't have to do anything. This is the minute that I want to rip everything off me in a hospital and run the hell back home. Like, I'm done. I'm done with whatever behavior you're doing. Like, I don't want to be a part of it. But I did it. Yeah. Anyway, so as far as like injecting myself with any kind of like foreign substance, not doing it. I'm good.
What? You don't like experiments?
Nope.
Being a guinea pig?
Nope. And when I was pregnant, my uncle said, you're like a guinea pig for them because I had high blood pressure and they kept just wanting me to go to doctors and like testing everything. He's like, you become like a guinea pig. And I'm like, I know. And this is not okay with me. Like, I'm not okay with this behavior. So the minute that little boy, healthy, popped out of me, very healthy, thank the Lord, you know, I was done. That was like the minute I was done with like any kind of hospital, any kind of doctors. Like you just guinea pig me enough, and I had no choice. You're pregnant. What are you gonna do? This thing has to come out of you. Like this thing, my son. I'm sorry, I meant the child. Like it has to, baby has to come out of you. Like so, there's no turning back and saying I don't want to do this. You know what? This is a behavior I don't want to do anymore. No, you have to do this because it's already. Here we are, you know, like, so, and that was a very scary thing for me that I wasn't able to run away and say, no, I'm going to go home. I'm done. At the minute that they were like, okay, it's time, you know, they had to induce me. They're like, all right, I went to my doctor's appointment. I thought I had like a week and a half to go. I thought I had more time. She's like, all right, come back in 2 hours. We're going to induce you. We're going to give birth tonight. I'm like, tonight? No, I'm not ready. I literally was about to run away. And I realized at that moment, you can't, what are you going to do with your big, huge stomach? Like you can't run anywhere. You can't hide. You can't stick your head like an ostrich into the sand anymore. You have to do this. It was the most horrifying experience of like my entire life. Like just to have to go. And it took 36 hours, by the way. But my point is like, I know. Oh my God. And I'm not even, I was hemorrhaging to death. I was like about to die. It was a fun story, really fun story. Good news is he came out healthy. That was the good news. He didn't cry though. He comes out. I thought all babies like they start crying when they come out. No noise. I'm like, is he dead? Is he dead? Is that what happened? Like I just went through all this fucking shit, right? And he's dead. Nope. They're like, he's fine. He's fine. I don't know what they slapped him on the ass. I don't know what they did, but all of a sudden, like he's crying. Okay, good. He's healthy. I was about to lay back and say, okay, I can die right now. I'm good. And after that, I never was like about to go through any medical, like actively going through anything that was going to actively like engage with the medical industry because I don't know. It scared me to death. Sorry. I don't know where I was going with that. Just
dirty drug dealers. Dirty drug dealers. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
Just dirty drug dealers.
Yeah.
I can't hear what you're saying.
I said dirty drug dealers.
Oh yeah, like the doctors, and they act like they know, man. And they have so much power and influence that they're telling you like what's going on. And if you have a wherewithal, you can say, wait a minute, you're not actually saying the right thing. Like I have a lot of problems. I know Lolita does too. We've gone through the ringer right and back. This woman has gone through the ringer and back with the medical industry, and yeah, not a good time. So she knows what I'm talking about, right, Lolita? Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, very good. That was a great little program we have today, but now it's time to get eating here. It's going to have some prasada. Thank you for coming on, Amy and Lalita and Govinda and Ray. And
sorry for all my talking.
For all your talking? No, well, no, don't be
No, I
sorry.
felt like I
Next
talked too
time,
much. Yeah, a little bit.
next time
Yeah,
you
well, you talk.
continue, Amy, and you talk about how you poke him to see if he's still alive.
Oh,
He's saying, I used to, my son, I was, when he was a little infant, like he would never like wake up and cry. Like he just didn't cry. He didn't, he's like, he was
yeah,
such an easy baby. So he would be in the little crib, right? Like the bassinet.
yeah,
I would
yeah.
poke him to make sure he was still alive. Like that's what he said.
He was
Like,
that
and my,
quiet. Huh? Wow.
no, yeah, my cousin would say, I don't think you should do that. I'm like, well, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? I have to make sure he eats. Like, I don't want him to, yeah. I'd be like, and then he'd be like, he'd move a little bit. I'm like, oh, good. But he's still, we're still, he got very active as the years went on. But those first couple months, like, he was just so, like, calm. Like, oh, you know what, Lisa? Even when he was in my belly, they would say, you have to count so many kicks. Like, if he doesn't kick enough in a day, there might be something wrong. Like, this boy he was sleeping like a little, he was not kicking. So they would say, eat sugar, like eat Skittles or drink like lemonade, anything sugary, and then, or orange juice, get him to kick, I'm like, all right. So I would do this and I feel 1 or 2 kicks. They're like, you need 10 kicks a day. My uncle said, that's fucking ridiculous that they're telling you that. Like, that's not even true. Not all babies are going to kick like in the womb, and he didn't. He was just really calm. He was just floating around like in his little happy land. Like my son is. He's in his own little world. Like, it's crazy.
All right.
And then even the bassinet, I'm poking him like as an infant. I know, crazy.
He's just floating
The
around in the fluids.
Yeah, he was like, oh, this is nice. He's like, I'm not kicking this. Unless his little foot went under my rib. That was the hard part when I had to push his foot out from inside my rib cage.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Literally underneath my rib cage. Can you imagine?
Ooh.
Inside of your body, there's a foot that's underneath your own rib cage. Like, what is this? What is going on here? Very horrible sensory issue for me.
Yeah. All
That's
right,
why I
Amy,
only had one child. I didn't have any more.
Okay, yeah. One is good enough. All right, guys. Hare Krishna. Thank you for coming. Be
Later.
cool. Be cool.
Thank you, Gorhari. I'm sorry for.
Yeah, no. You're sorry. Don't be
Sorry,
sorry.
I talked too much.